All right, so you've been out looking at pretty houses. You've gone out to a couple new builds. It was a Saturday afternoon, and you were like, hey, let's just go hang out, drive around, see what we can find. You've gone in to see some great builders. There's D.R. Horton, there's JMC, there's KB Homes, Taylor Morrison. There's several of them out there. And you went in and you talked to somebody in the office, and they said, hey, you want to buy this house? Great, let's get in and get you guys signed up and all taken care of, and we'll get you a great deal, right? Wrong. That is not what they're doing for you. Keep in mind, those folks work for the builder. They are on the payroll. They are getting paid a salary to stand there and represent the builder. So if you want to know how to have yourself represented during the buying process, especially on a new home, watch her after this. Hey, I'm Gary Meek. I'm with the Living in Sacramento team, and you are checking this video out because you've been out looking at pretty homes. You talked to a couple people, but you didn't realize that you're not being represented properly. So that's what we're here to talk to you about today. So whether you're moving in 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year, we are here to help represent you here in the Sacramento region. We're going to talk to you guys today specifically about walking into a new build. So you've walked into a new build, you've talked to somebody, they said, hey, here's this great property. We've either got some in inventory right now, or hey, we're building, we're 1, 3, 6, 12 months out, whoever knows. They probably also told you, hey, use our local mortgage professional and you're going to get a better deal. And you know what? They do have some offered great incentives for you. They say, hey, we'll give you $5,000 for closing costs. We'll give you $10,000 for closing costs. Maybe they're going to pay for blinds in your property, or maybe they're even going to give you a credit to landscape the backyard. They're always going to offer you a little something. And you know what? They sound like a good deal, but realistically, if you do not know what the other builders are offering out there, and you don't know what incentives are out there, you're only taking this person at their word. And I'm sure Mary or Joe or whoever you spoke to was a wonderful person. And they're not jerks. They're not mean. They're not there to dissuade you or take advantage of you. But they're really not working on your behalf either. They do not have an agency agreement with you. Now, when you go out and buy a resale home, you're signing a contract. You're working with an agent. That agent is representing you. They're showing you properties. They're going to walk through the disclosure process with you. They're going to do all those pieces because you've hired an agent. Well, did you know that when you buy a brand new home, you can hire an agent also? And you think, well, you know, I'm not paying the commission, so why does it matter if the listing side just gets it? Well, I'm an agent and I know every builder. I know all the floor plans. I do this on a regular basis. My entire team goes out to those builds and we talk to those agents that are standing there when there's no buyers in place. And we say, hey, listen, you know, what kind of incentives are you guys offering? And then they say, hey, we're offering free solar, or we're offering to landscape, whatever it is. And we say, hey, that's a really great incentive. I was talking to my other friend over at the other builder, and they were saying that they offer X, Y, and Z. Are you guys willing to match that? And what we'll find is we'll find which builders are more incentivized. So we keep a running total of those in our office for our team. We know what builders are offering incentives, what builders have standing inventory. A buyer backed out last minute and they got a house just sitting there. We know how many units they're building. We know what phase they're in. We know all about the development. They share all this information with us. And so we cumulatively put all that together into an amazing binder so that our team knows everything that's going on. So when we get a call from you or your buddy or any other client that says, hey, I'm interested in buying a new home in X city, then we say, you know what, let us look at the builders. Let us, you know, understand what your price point is. And then we say, hey, listen, we've got 3 or 4 that would meet your price point, and I know all the incentives to get you the best deal. When is the time you like to go out and take a look at that property? We then go out to those builders. We say, hey, listen, it's Thursday afternoon. I've got a buyer that's going to be coming out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day it is. I've already talked to them about the last time we spoke. I want to confirm that you guys still have these incentives available. I want to make sure that you guys still have that one that's available to move in right now, because these folks have to move quickly. And then I'll say, hey, listen, I was also talking to Joe over at this other builder, And he was saying that they upped their incentives and they're offering an additional $5,000 rate buy down. Would you guys be willing to match that? Because we're going to be looking at your listings and we're going to be looking at their listings. And so I'm going to start to pit those two against each other to see who's really going to offer us the best deal. Because that's my responsibility. As an agent working for you, our buyers, our goal is to make sure you get the best deal. You know all the options. And the way that I do that is because I have the best data. So, like I said, if you're looking to buy new, do not buy it with the agent that's standing there, because that agent works for who? The seller. I mean, when you go to a listing agent, same thing. Oh, I want you to represent me because I'm gonna get a better deal. They work for the seller. You may not realize that and recognize it, but you think you're getting a better deal, and not always the truth. I've represented several people that I've represented the buyer and the seller. It's not always in the best interest of that buyer. And especially in new build, it is not in the best interest. That agent is working for their commission, and they are also working for the seller. I work for you, the buyer, and only you, the buyer. And my goal is to get you the absolute best deal. I could care less about the other agent on the side. I could care less about the seller on their side. And ultimately, when they are building hundreds of properties, I mean hundreds of properties in 4, 5, 6 different cities, 5 or 6 different developments, they have a lot of properties. They have a lot of money outlaid. So they need to go through those listings, those properties, those sales as fast as they humanly can. And so what better way for you to have someone represent you so that you get the best deal that they're really going to offer. So hope you guys found this useful. We really appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Like I said, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe button, and we'll catch you at the next video.